Okay, so when I was little, me and my grandma, my grandpa, and my brother went to the cabin. And at the cabin, we're on private lake. Okay, so it's excluded from all public. It's a very private. You have to have a cabin on lake, be renting a cabin, or whatever to be on this lake. Plus, it's they put fish in it every year and everything. Yes. And so my grandpa decided there was nobody out on boats to teach me how to drive his boat. Now, mind you, I'm like 8 or 9, and I have no fear as a child. Like, no fear. Like, I don't know. I was the second born, I guess, because I would do anything I was dared to do for the most part as a kid. I'd climb trees, I'd jump from trees, I'd jump from swings, I'd get on roofs, I'd do anything you freaking asked me to do because I had no fear. Well, he decided to let me, I'm the only granddaughter that he had, to drive his boat because he done taught my brother, and you know, so I got back there. He's like, this way adds gas, this way takes gas away. Okay, so just barely turn it. He sits down, gets comfortable, and tells me I can drive it. This way right, this way left type jump. Okay, it's a simple, little motor. No steering wheel, just the motor with a handle. And he said, okay, everybody's good. Let's take off. I think I gave my grandma like 2 strokes in that 5 minutes that I was driving that boat. Because he said, add a little bit. Well, I add a little bit. It wasn't going nowhere. So I add a little bit more. Still wasn't going nowhere. So I kicked it. That boat went flying across that lake. My grandpa was so mad at me. He's like, you cannot drive like that. Needless to say, it was not last time I ever drove his boat. It was just the first time. After that, he worked with me alone without my grandma and my brother in the boat. But knowing that I got to do that as a kid, yeah. And we got to we got to go on a sailboat one day. One of the neighbors had a sailboat. Man, that was the best time of my life. I didn't think I'd like it. And then we got to go on pontoon. When the other people had pontoon, we got to go on that one time. But driving his boat was like one of the best experiences of my childhood. Even though I scared the heck out of him first time. And her. That was hilarious. But it was worth it. Because I still have the memories. I'll see about today. Today's the first day in a couple weeks I've been back to the lake. Like, just being in the lake for a little bit. I've had a lot going on, so I isolate. And today I had to come see a lake for a minute. So I did. And I remember that story, and I was like, wow. I probably would have beat my ass out with my grandfather, because he was the closest one to me. And he didn't. He just laughed. Like, he wasn't even mad. He was a little bit scared, but he wasn't mad. There was nobody else on the lake, so I mean, it wasn't like I put too much danger. And it was a little John boat, so if it flipped, it wouldn't hurt so bad. It fucked the motor up, but it wouldn't hurt so bad. I learned how to canoe when I was real little. We learned how to canoe. That was me and my grandma's thing. We went out in the canoe a lot. When they went out in the boat go fishing, we went out in the canoe and just had our time. And then my dad took me for a canoeing trip with my brothers and my sister one time. And canoeing I enjoy. Always have. I just enjoyed being on water when I was a kid, or in water. And then at some point I got a fear of it. And I guess I'm still blocking that point because I don't remember it. I mean, I do, but I don't. I remember my brother trying to drown me a couple times, but I can't guarantee that was the point exactly. I started fearing water. I can't say it wasn't neither though. Like, my brother actually sat on me in the water and held me down until I had no breath left. And then still held me down there a little bit longer. So I can't guarantee that wasn't the fear point, but I know at some point I used to love it, and then I stopped loving it, and now I love it again. It was always my favorite place to go, was water, as a child. So I'm also Sagittarius, which means I'm a fire sign. So, of course, I'm the opposite of myself. Sometimes I wonder if I started fearing water because of my children, because of me being scared something would happen to them. Sometimes I do. As a mother, it's different than it is for a father. I know at some point I stopped loving the water. Like, when my kids were little, I went to water all the time. I'd go lay out, let my kids play. They weren't allowed to go very far from me while I laid out. But they weren't trying to either. They were scared of water at that point. So I just let them try to get used to water. And then, I don't know if it was when I moved to the ocean or what, but water intimidated me. But I couldn't see the bottom. And like one day we went to the ocean and we were at the river meeting the ocean. Okay, point. And we were out there swimming, having a good time. It was a strong current, don't get me wrong. You have to be careful at the river meeting the ocean. No big deal. And we were just, goofing off, sitting down. And 3 of the children that were with us got stung by a jellyfish that day. And when we went to Myrtle, I didn't get back in that water after that. But anyways, and we went to Myrtle one time, my only trip to Myrtle Beach. There was jellyfish all over the shoreline. And I wouldn't get in the ocean then either. I got in the pool that day, but I wouldn't get in the ocean. But I'm scared of jellyfish. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you wanna know I'm scared of jellyfish. If I can't see them, oh no. I ain't getting in it. I ain't going nowhere near it. But it's because they actually hurt when they sting. I like pain to a certain point, but I have a very high pain tolerance. But I ain't trying to find out what that feels like. Like, I'd rather get nibbled on by fish than get stung by jellyfish. No offense to the people who have. But one of my friends scared me of jellyfish when I was younger because she still got a scar on her foot from it. And she got stung when she was little, and she had a scar the rest of her life from that jellyfish. That's how bad it stung her and how big it was compared to her. So no, I'm definitely scared of jellyfish. Like, more so than sharks. I'd probably go play with sharks before I did jellyfish, but in order for me to play with sharks, I have to be near jellyfish, so that ain't happening. Yep. But at one point, I got scared of the lake, too. I don't remember when that happened. But I know I love that I'm not no more. I really do. I love that I'm not no more. Actually, I know when it happened. It happened the day my ex decided to drink a 6-pack of beer, swim across the lake to the island, and not barely make it back. That's the day it happened. When he got a cramp, and he was too high up, he couldn't touch. That's the day I became scared of the lake. Because I got scared something was going to happen. Because it could happen to him. It could happen to anybody. That's the day. And now I'm not no more. Thank God.